Hey everybody, Charlie902 here, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. When we last left off, we finally asserted authority and dominance with Titus Hardy, and now we're going to go speak with the sexual assault victim, Klaasje. She is the lady that we met when we first woke up and admitted that we don't remember anything. Alright, let's see if she answers this time.
The door is closed.
Knock.
Who is it?
A woman's voice answers, muffled by the door.
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Can we finally reach the roof?
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
We could. Probably should. It's kind of a policey thing to do. What's this? Dirty clothes? What's this? Hotel bill calculations, extended stay. Let's close this door. Hurry up. There's something here. She's made around 4 months of payments for this room. See the yard below, the corpse is no longer there.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Sheets of pills. Look at the medications.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
It's quite a collection in here.
Anything of note?
Search pill sheets.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gottwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Close cabinet. Change clothes. We're going full electrochemistry here. We've got some electrochemistry stuff I know, like these pants. This weird top. It's like a kimono, right? These gloves. These pants, which look better. Trauma, pain. Alright, this is probably the best we're going to get. This should have a +3, yep. Ooh, what's this?
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something. Soft, yet crinkly.
Take it out. Take the item out.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar.
We will.
Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere.
I know it.
By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in Sur-le-Clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
Definitely have to check that. Let's not forget that. I do want to pass this, though.
Is stocked with drugs.
92.
Plus a bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
But why do I want this? Why do I want Preptide? Just take it in plain sight. Take it in secret. Lieutenant, I see a brand called Preptide.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
No, we're not. What's so exciting about this orange bottle?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Closed cabinet. We don't want that. Is there anything else?
This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs.
Toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot.
Bottles.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads Nacra.
Nacra.
Nacra. This is used to treat opioids.
It's like Narcan.
Always handy to have around.
Nacra. Opioid antagonist.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Lieutenant nods and looks at the door.
You could say he's on the lookout.
Close. Okay. That's all we need, right? Yeah. Let's change your clothes again. We want drama, right? Let's put on drama. Suggestion, esprit de corps, visual calculus, conceptualization. We want a different shirt. A better shirt. Do we have a better shirt? Where's the drama shirt? Put that on. Gloves. Put on half-light gloves. And glasses are fine. We need a new hat. Inland Empire hat. Reaction speed hat. And which shoes do we have on? We have drama shoes. No, empathy shoes. Those are good. Empathy will probably be helpful. All right, let's go speak with her. Oh, ooh, there's more stuff. Your room is much nicer than mine. Bed has been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Run your finger across the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This window has been recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Wonder why that's something we care about. Maybe it will add up here soon. What's on this doormat? Oh, that's just to leave. It's like a little sub room before we go outside here. All right. Smell of cigarette smoke is in the air. Astra menthol. What's this? Handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
72.
The wind brushes them off.
God, man. How do we fill the good ones? We also need to go in here. What's this? Cold coffee in an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. Sanic?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
This is a small, heavy door with no lock in sight. Where does this lead to?
I don't know, Lieutenant Euphrator.
I was asking her.
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
You think this is important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Agreed.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Tap on the roof with your foot.
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
See, the main investigation and the door below are merging into a stereo investigation, just like I said.
I hate it when that happens.
We need a physical instrument. Heroic. Push.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the sounds like it's heavy. Must be something valuable inside to go through the trouble of protecting it. The door is very sturdy indeed.
Heroic. All right, we'll leave for now. All right. So she has almost a straight path all the way down there. Let's talk to her.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
Wow, man, electrochemistry, you're just like the worst, right?
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Proceed politely. Nice view you got here.
It's much nicer now.
Her eyes wander north toward the yard.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum. There are vortices of dark energy present, but not to hell. To another place, a third place, much different from our world. Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
What? Plow into grannies. It's gotten pretty hard in the meantime, but I go on. How long do you think until the hard wears us down? Things are only getting easier for me. I'm a policeman. To-do-roo-do. 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 Imitate a siren. It's gotten pretty hard in the meantime, but I go on.
I can see that. I'm glad all this onward going has brought you to me.
Really? Why?
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
What could she be thinking of? It's hard to say. Her shoulders are relaxed, her eyes on the cigarette. It's like she's disappointed this wasn't about more entertaining matters.
She's been here 4 months. She's been here 4 months. She may be the lorry driver. Nice room you got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
Quite the collection of drugs. Where does that door lead to? Where does that door lead to?
I have no idea, officer.
A window is new.
It is.
She moves slightly to your left to check her reflection in it.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
What are you doing here in the whirling and rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
The bills downstairs concur.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol.
Here in Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
You're too young to call yourself a disco has-been. No, this is Sassy Town. It's where the future of dance lies. Came to the right place. It's where the future of dance lies.
If you say so, officer. If you say so.
You have quite the collection down there,
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
she says without any discernible irony.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
It's quite impressive. How did you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
She takes a drag.
The anti-star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Mutate into a corpse. You got peptide.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments,
Such as?
like not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule, basically.
What about the Nacra.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Makes sense.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
His tone isn't aggressive, just inquisitive.
Better safe than sorry.
She takes a drag and smiles. That's as far as all that goes then.
Very funky.
Windows new. What are you doing here in the whirling and rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you...
About 4 months.
The bills downstairs.
Why
here in the
here?
Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Why here in whirling?
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
Alright, let's go through that tree again. Why are you
I'm
here?
wintering.
How long?
About 4.
The bills downstairs.
Here in the Whirling, here
Here in
Martinez,
Revachol.
I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
This is by far not the only reason she's here. And she isn't really hiding it either.
Alright, let's do it one more time.
I'm wintering.
How long?
About 4.
The bills downstairs.
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez. Came to see the new world. It's a tourist thing.
This is by far not the only reason she's here. She isn't overtly hiding it either.
What happened to the old New World?
It turned out to be a Zarath-infested third world slum.
Alright, Encyclopedia, tell us what Zarath is.
Called Ilmara. And it didn't. Even after the Mesk colonized it 7 ways from Sunday, it's an industrial powerhouse.
Alright, other questions.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
What's your name for the record?
Klaasje Amandu.
Same name that Titus gave you. Like her accent, it sounds Oranese. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
Are you from Oranje?
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
Okay.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic nation on the Muindi Isola, north of here, over the sea and across the Pale. It is one of the 6 major Occidental nations to hold stake in the continued occupation of Revachol, the coalition. People consider it a reasonable superpower.
A bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. And night. At least it was for me.
She squints her eyes as if to see them in the distance.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
How old are you, man?
I'm 28.
What's your specialization? What do you do?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
What's that?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
She raises both eyebrows. What is Ornese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
What about Revacholian literature?
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world.
I do feel the urge to save the world, yes. I guess that's why I'm on this case.
That's the natural state of the Revacholian hero.
She breathes in the menthol-flavored fumes, savoring it, then breathes out.
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of assault. But, of course, what seems should not be your priority.
Ornese lit. What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then?
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
Miss Oranje 37, good for you.
Of course she won a beauty pageant. She's very symmetrical.
Do you mind if we look at your passport?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Okay.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
I'm gonna pass on those two. Okay then.
Okie dokie.
She pours herself more coffee.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Thank you for your name.
The record. So official.
Let's talk about your room.
Yeah?
Nope.
Alright.
Alright, I hate to say this, but they tell us that you were raped.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
It's not that early.
She looks around. The sun has risen over the sea. People are rushing to work below.
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed I'm awake. Why am I even awake?
I don't know. Were you though?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
Were you in a relationship with this man?
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
She searches for the word and then shrugs.
It's all very organic. Her mannerisms, her movements. If she's acting, she's quite gifted. By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
What did happen to you? What can you tell me about him? Name, age, name, eyes, age. What did they hang him for if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
We do.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
Okay, so he was like a love interest.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Can you tell us anything about him?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his, I don't know, hair.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
How do you know the Hardy Boys?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
How did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
There must be more to it. You should return to this topic after you've talked about her relationship with the deceased, maybe.
Okay. What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
What kind of party? The kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Oh, nobody parties harder than me. Harder than this? I didn't know that was possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
Fair enough.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
Enabling.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination.
Were fill-ins
We
involved?
also had sex. A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Lieutenant's voice is quite calm.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Titus asked you to spice things up for us.
Pretty much.
She cradles her coffee cup in both hands.
Warming them.
It must have been hard for you seeing him out there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
I'm sorry.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
She's the one who called.
Jackpot.
We'll say nothing. There was no point in pushing that.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Fair enough.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Before we go on, if it's snitching, then why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Your voice was disguised?
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it how?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
Okay. Smart.
So, she's God's mystery foam cutter.
And then in the process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Oh, it's fine.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry.
Me too, Logic.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
You had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
She manages to smile.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
I believe it.
We're not entirely convinced about that answer, but okay. Let it slide. Pushing won't help here.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
Are you sure you weren't sexually assaulted?
I'm 89% sure.
Does that mean you're 11% not sure?
You know how it is.
Do I?
Do you?
Do I?
Maybe you don't.
The ash lands on her jumpsuit. She brushes it off.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
Sounds like something happened and you don't want to acknowledge it. No one deserves it? Well, yeah, no one deserves it. We'll go for it. Sounds like something happened and you don't want to acknowledge it.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be as flippant if I had been?
I doubt it, but for the record, I have to get a solid yes or no from you. How do you know the Hardy Boys?
Like I said, we met over drinks.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one? Titus.
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Thank you for telling us all of this.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Continue.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
I had something else before we go. A little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Legendary volition. Look her into the eye. Let's return later.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Can we boost volition? Let's check. Looking. Here we go. Boost volition. We're going to do this check. Another volition. That's 2. All right. 2 volition. Gives us more health pips. We can talk to Kim, but I want to talk to her.
Officer,
42. Go for
what
it.
brings you up here in the rain?
And roll.
Soft,
Got it.
light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
Yep.
You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too. Me? What did I do? I'm merely a master thespian. These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info. You can't trust them anymore.
I knew something was off.
I'm sorry I didn't catch it sooner. It takes conscious effort on your part.
Does this mean she's been lying to me?
Yes, Mr. Thespian here has been singing paeans to how truthful she is. She is a lady, most fair and just. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Can I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair.
Continue on, Volition.
But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Can I trust any of them ever again?
Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with Miss Orange Disco Dancer here.
What's her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised.
Definitely compromised. How did this happen?
How it always does, through subtlety.
Of course. What can I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can't you turn them normal again?
No,
What use is this then?
it's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Which ones exactly are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume all of them. Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised.
No, you're 100% compromised.
Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here.
Exactly.
No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick, tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory, truth, softness. Protect her. She wants you.
Liar. All right, I've been talking to myself long enough. Let's get back to it.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Miss, are you manipulating me? Don't say anything. Just close your eyes and let the moment pass.
For a second, her face disappears from your cornea. Only a silvery negative remains.
Snake in the grass.
Still smiling. A tired smile.
Let's return to this later, miss. All right, that'll do it for this episode. When we come back to the next episode, it looks like Kim wants to speak to us. We'll talk to him then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider giving me a like, a comment, or subscribe. It does help out the channel. And stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.